Hey, what's good, everybody? This is EJ.
It's your boy Kenny.
And it's Francis.
And this is the Banter 3FC podcast. We're three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys we are on all streaming platforms by the way of YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and Apple Podcasts. And you can find us on everything at Banter 3FC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share all of our content. Appreciate the love and support because, as I always say, we're nothing without our loyal fans. Please bear with us today. There's something going around. I think I'm sick.
Yeah.
I think Kenny's sick.
I'm not sick. I'm clean.
Well, you're sick in other ways, but this is like this is the flu episode. So please bear with us.
Yeah, flu game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
so I beg, just bear with us today, but we'll push through. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, and we are back from a lengthy layoff. I feel like it's been a few weeks, boys. How you been?
Yeah, definitely has. We here, we're breathing. We thank Lord.
Yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has happened in a lot of ups and downs, but we'll get into that.
More downs.
And we've been enjoying the ups. We've been enjoying the ups.
Some people have been enjoying our downs as well.
Well, as always, you guys know the format of the show. We're going to recap, and since it's been a few weeks, we're going to recap the past few weeks of fixtures. Going to touch on a little bit of European action that's coming, and that's already happened. And then we'll give a preview of what's to come for match week. What is it, 34?
34. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, without further ado, let's start. Arsenal versus Brentford at the Emirates. This game ended up 1-1. I don't know. It was a lackluster game. I don't really have too much to say about it. I think the main issue is just there was a lot of rotation. I think we made like 6 or 7 changes going into it because we had our eyes on Europe, and that's really our focus right now. So I think you felt it in the crowd, you felt it in the team selection, you felt it from watching the game. So it was just an annoying game to watch. But I do want to give a shout out to Declan Rice. He's been going from strength to strength, levels to level. And in this game, he had that really great counterattack run where he found Partey to score the goal. But it's just unfortunate we conceded maybe like 10 minutes later, and the game ended up 1-1. And then we had Jorginho. He got hurt. We had to play down a man for a little bit. So frustrating result, but the Prem is basically wrapped up at this point. So we just got to focus on what we got to focus on. So we move.
All right. Next is Chelsea Ipswich. Ended 2-2 draw to a team that's going to be relegated. Started out, first 10 minutes, Chelsea was strong, making moves. And then I couldn't even tell you what happened. Ipswich scored. Then they scored again before the first half was over. We're down 2-0 at home to Ipswich. I mean, the first half was absolute garbage. Like, this was really bad football all around. Second half started. We had a quick goal from Cucurella. He drove into the box, cut it back in. Cucurella scored within like 20 seconds of the first half. So okay, like we got a little momentum. Like, let's kind of capitalize on this. It took a while to score the second goal to tie the game. Thank you, Jadon Sancho, for finally shooting. Like I've been saying for some time now, you see what happens when you shoot, and you have the potential to actually finish the goal. So thank you. You made it 2-2. Still had a little bit of time left, but we couldn't get that winning goal, unfortunately. Overall, terrible. Really, 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 really bad performance to draw 2-2 to Ipswich at home after losing to them earlier in the year. It's not good enough. And yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say for that.
Well, at least you guys didn't lose. United versus Newcastle. I think the week before I talked about how I needed us to show spirit to come back against a team that basically just killed us in the first game. And we didn't do that. They pressed us like crazy. I believe all their goals was pretty much just us giving the ball away in our final third. So it was a game of a top 3, top 4 team in the league versus a top a bottom 5. I think we were 15th at that point, 14th or 15th. But yeah, it showed the difference in class. And EJ, you were right. I think you were the one that predicted that it wouldn't be a close game, and it sure wasn't. Yeah, they killed us. There's really not much to it. Then we're hoping for a better result the following week, but we still couldn't get it done. But we'll get into that.
Sure will.
Okay, well, I guess nothing from anybody else.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, so I did get my. I don't remember what I predicted for the score, but I'm just.
I think you said 3-0, 3-0, 4-0, something like that.
Yeah, they were just on crazy form. I just felt like there was no way that you guys had a chance. But we'll keep things rolling into match week 33. Arsenal versus Ipswich, the team that Francis's team could not find a way to get the win at. This was a weird game. We're coming off a crazy European midweek, so a few changes were made. I thought it was going to be another lackluster performance going into it, honestly, but it was everything but that. I think we got a goal within the first 10 minutes, and then a few minutes later, someone on Ipswich got a red card. And I was very surprised that that referee gave that red card. I'm not even going to lie to you. That challenge was like, when I saw it, I'm just like, that's an automatic red card. There's no way. I can't believe there's even like dialogue or conversation about it. But that referee, I've seen what he's capable of. So just off of that, I was shocked that he gave a red card. But yeah, it was a straightforward game. Good to see a couple players get their confidence in, getting some goals. Ethan got on the score sheet. Martinelli got another goal, which is good. And then Trossard with 2 goals. So shout out to the boys for just doing what they had to do, and picking up the 3 points. So we keep it rolling.
Next game, Chelsea, Fulham, Craven Cottage. I said last game the first half was garbage against Ipswich Town. If that was for 45 minutes, for 83 minutes we played like absolute nonsense against Fulham. Iwobi, my fellow on each side, man. Congratulations, that's a good goal. Yes, good goal by Iwobi. Honestly, as it went through, I think Caldwell's legs. Sanchez could have did a little bit better on the stop, but it's Bob. I don't expect nothing from him, to be honest.
It was a good finish. Stop it.
I said it was a good finish, but he could have did this better. But whatever. Anyway,
what more could he have done? What more?
Overall, do your job, but whatever. Overall, I mean, it was just nobody played well at all. It was disgusting. It was really bad, man. It really was, and I'm so fed up with this nonsense I'm seeing from these people. I really am. And then the young fella came in, and respect to Maresca for leaving Nkunku at home and subbing on Tyreek George, and he made a very lasting impact in that game. His first Premier League goal, and he did something that we don't really do a lot, unfortunately, with this generation of Chelsea players. We used to do that a lot back then, where you see a chance and you one time hit it ASAP. Don't even think about it, just hit it. and he nestles it right into the corner. It's a good finish. So once again, congrats Tyreek George on your first Premier League goal. I know you didn't get a chance to sell because we needed the points, so it was still a 1-1 draw at that time. Then in injury time, 90 plus 3, another fantastic old Chelsea-esque goal from Pedro Neto, who really had a really bad game. But you know what? That goal saved his performance. I mean, I think we're from Palmer, then to Enzo crossing the box. Neto with a one touch and that was a rocket. And it was a great goal, and we needed that badly. That basically put our Champions League hopes on life support again. So we got the win. Terrible performance, but we got the win. But right now, I'm just focused on getting the points. I don't even care about performances anymore right now. I just need to be back in Champions League, and we move.
Cole Palmer.
Not a good game. I can't. It's hard, bro. It's not been good for months now. It's really hard. I just don't know, man. I don't.
Hey, I know because of fantasy. I've been struggling as a result. So, but it's all good.
Hey,
We'll keep it rolling.
I'd say you guys did show a lot of spirit in the second half. So shout out to Maresca for that, because that's definitely coaching.
Yeah. I mean, definitely after, especially after what we saw in the second leg of our European match. I'll discuss that. But go ahead.
United versus Wolves at home. This is one of the few games that United dominated from start to finish. If you watch this game, you would know that this was an undeserved victory by Wolves. I believe we had 60% possession. We had 12 shots. I think only 2 were on target, but that's just because we have Rasmus Højlund up there. A couple of chances, one where he spun the defender. All he had to do was play it across for Patrick Dorgu for a tap in. Instead, he tries to take on the defender and gets tackled. Another one, Garnacho plays it right in. You know those type of balls where a 9 is just salivating at those types of chances, just gonna run in and tap the ball in. Mm-hmm. He's a step too slow, and the ball just rolls across for a corner. Sorry for a goal kick. So this is a game that I was actually sick, and as soon as, because I believe Mazraoui gave the ball up, and then we're kind of recovering, and then the foul happened. You could just tell it was one of those kind of perfect free kick positions. I said, yeah, they're going to bang this in. And yeah, that's exactly what they did. I believe they had 2 shots in goal as well. But that was literally, they didn't do anything the entire game. And that's what happens when you're not clinical, you don't finish your chances, you don't put your food away. And it's a disappointing loss. I'm more sick at this loss than losing to Newcastle, because this is a game where we actually dominated the game, even without Bruno starting. Had a lot of people, on rotation from our victory early on during the week. So it was disappointing to see that we couldn't get the 3 points. But shout out to Fredrickson, Harry and Moss as well. They had very, very good games. So I'm glad that we're kind of incorporating our youth into our team and giving them some minutes, because the Prem has been finished. So might as well get some positivity out of it.
Yeah, it was definitely a lackluster performance. Well, not lackluster. It was a weird result to see. You know what that kind of reminds me of? You remember a few years ago when I used to talk to you guys about Arsenal, we just dominated possession, we had chances, we just didn't score. The possession would be 60 or 70 to 30. And then the other team would just literally
I can't stand that
one
statistic.
shot, one goal.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
one shot, one goal stuff. Yeah. You go through those periods where it's just like you get so frustrated, but there's nothing you could do.
I hope no one is gonna put crazy blame on Onana for that goal.
No, that was literally a perfectly hit free kick. There's nothing no one can do about that.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a worldie. Nothing he could really do there. So, all good. Okay. Well, I guess that concludes the recap of the last 2 weeks of fixtures. Let's keep things rolling into European competition. Over the past 2 weeks, where are we gonna start? What we got?
The big dogs. Take it away.
Start from the top, work our way down.
Yeah, let's do that.
All righty.
Couldn't wait to
So,
yeah.
So, Arsenal in the Champions League versus Real Madrid, the 15-time holders of this prestigious competition. So I remember the last time that we talked, I basically said I'm not predicting us to win. I'm having hope and faith that we win and that we needed moments of magic. And my Lord, the amount of magic that it's as if thunder just kept on striking or lightning kept striking, because the first goal came from Declan Rice, a set piece in which our set piece coach is telling dude, cross it in. And Saka said to Rice, if you feel it, just do it. And my word, did he do it. Bent it around the far post, right in the top corner. And then he followed it up again with another free kick directly after that. And then a beautiful finish for the third goal, an assist by Martinelli to Mikel Merino to just bury the ball into the corner. And honestly, that was the greatest win in the Emirates era of Arsenal. In our new stadium, there's no win that can top that performance and that result. It was great to see. I was very happy. But after the game ended, I kept on saying, like, yep, we did what we need to do at home. It's halftime. Job's not done. We need to focus on what we need to do to close it out at the Bernabeu. The following week and leading up to it, the only thing that I heard or read anytime I opened my phone or turned on YouTube or my television, Remontada. That's all I heard. Remontada, Remontada, whatever. That's all I heard the whole week leading up to it. Every single Real Madrid player was posting something in relation to that, and that was their focus. And Real Madrid are a club, especially in this competition, they could do something like that. So going into the second leg, I think I talked to you mostly about it, Francis, was we just need to make it through the first 20 minutes, let the dust settle, play our game, get to halftime with a clean sheet, come out in the second half, get through that first 10 minutes, and then just, handle our business and do what we have to do. And the way the game started off real fast because Real Madrid were coming down our throats, like wave after wave, trying to get attacks in, pressing us and all that. And then we got a free kick or a penalty, that I was very shocked that they gave it, but looking back at it, it was a penalty. Because you're going to say it's soft, and that's fine. But if that same action happened in the middle of the field, it's a foul, right? That same exact action, if it happened in the middle of the field, is it a foul or no?
In this type of game, go ahead.
You're going to use that now, but we all know penalties have a different degree. As long as they would say, it's a foul in the box, it has a different degree.
Agreed. And also, you have to understand the context of the game. This is not a regular game. This is a Champions League quarterfinal second.
No, I agree with you guys. I understand. But the way in which he egregiously, like, it wasn't just like a bear hug. Like, I would have said it's a soft pen, it's not a penalty if it was a situation of what Rice did to Mbappe. Like, he held him and then he let go. I would be like, all right, if they gave that penalty to Arsenal, I'm gonna say that's soft, probably not a pen, but I'll take it, right? But like, it was much more than that. It was the hug, then it was the jersey grab, like all of that. Like, he made it so blatantly obvious that it's like, can you really be mad that they called a pen on that? Can you?
I get your point, but like I
Mm-hmm.
said, if you're gonna call that, be consistent. Real Madrid should have had a penalty as well.
I think
Straight
the
up.
Real I think the Real Madrid one is very different. Well, not I won't say very different. I say that one is different because Mbappe, like, he literally, like, he made it. If he didn't do the extraness of that dive, maybe they could have gave it to him. But like, he jumped in the air and like that. That's why I think they didn't give it to him. At first, I was thinking it's because players are offsides, but when I look back, they actually confirmed it was not a penalty because they didn't feel that it was a foul, and it's because Mbappe flopped. If he didn't flop, he probably had a higher chance of getting the pen. So for me, we got the penalty, and Saka did something that I just, to this day, I keep asking Bakayo why. He tried to chip the keeper. Bro, that's not even you. So I was so frustrated because when something like that happens, especially against us, you can almost predict exactly what's going to happen right after that.
Yeah.
You
Collapse.
waste an opportunity to kill the game off. Then they get a penalty right on the other, like literally 5 minutes later, and then they score, and then it gets real tight, real nervy when it doesn't have to be. So I was frustrated with that, but I was happy to see that he didn't allow that to deter his focus on the game and his confidence, because he was still in it, doing everything he needed to do, creating opportunities, etc. And he didn't score that chip, but he's ended up scoring a chip later on from that beautiful pass from Mikel Marino. Um, and yeah, he scored, beautiful chip. And I think Real scored literally, I think it was off the kickoff, matter
Yeah.
of fact, right? They ended up scoring
Yeah.
like off the kickoff from a stupid mistake from Saliba and David Raya. I don't know why they tried to play it short there. It was so stupid. Gifted the ball back to Vinicius, and he ended up scoring, and then it gave them life. But it was late in the game, so up until that point they hadn't created anything. So it was kind of a moot point. But I was happy to see that in the end we were able to get the win with that counterattack, because Real was coming wave after wave trying to score. And Gabriel Martinelli caught him on the break, and we ended up leaving the Bernabeu with the win, which was beautiful to see. And it was well deserved, I believe. So, because over the two legs, I feel like we were the better team, and we showed that. So I was just happy that we went out there, made the magic happen, and we did what we had to do. So we move on to the next round.
That goal that Gabriel Martinelli scored, it brought me back to 2012. Second leg, semifinal. Chelsea at Barcelona with Fernando
I
Torres
don't even know
scoring.
why you're talking about Chelsea right now. I genuinely,
It
I
brought me
don't
back
even understand.
because that's the type of goal that obviously Chelsea went on to win the Champions League that year, and it can have a very similar fate for you this year. That's all I want to say.
Everything has to relate back to blue.
And I don't know why. You guys are playing in the Connecticut State playoffs. You shouldn't even
I'm
be
trying to
talking
give you
about that
guys
right now.
grace, and you out here disrespecting my team. Okay.
No, but why are you talking about Chelsea right? This ain't even the Chelsea segment, dog.
Okay.
Ah.
Anything else? Anything else, Kenny?
No, this is a huge victory for Arsenal. These are the types of things we've been saying in terms of European pedigree. Um, you know, building that resume to be at that level in terms of a European standard. So huge win. I didn't see it. I did not predict them to win. I didn't see them
You
winning, but
predicted Real to win 3-0.
yep, for the first leg. Did not see Arsenal pulling this off, but hats off to you guys. Watching the game, it was it wasn't a fluke, or to me wasn't even close. And from looking at Madrid's season in total, I guess we can't be too surprised. They haven't had the best season, but you guys still did a good job of shutting down any attacks that they had, because they are still Madrid and they do still have some killers on the team. So hats off to y'all defensively.
Yeah, that's one thing that I will say. Literally over the 2 legs, they didn't, outside of that one opportunity in the first leg that Mbappe shot right at Raya, they did nothing. Like, they literally did nothing. And people keep on talking about it was more bad Madrid than good Arsenal. And I think, for me, if you watch football, you can see, like, I want to give a shout out. That was a tactical masterclass from Arteta over the course of the 2 legs. Like, the way he set up the team in the first game and the way he set up the team in the second game, you could literally see they could have played for another 2 weeks, and I don't think that Real Madrid would have scored. So I just want to definitely give a big shout out to him, because if we lost that tie, especially with the way that we won the first one 3-0 and we went to the Bernabeu and lost, the Wolves, everybody would have came from out the woodworks to eat him up. So, and we always talk about how he's never been able to get over that. He hasn't done anything yet, but like that, that first hump, because I feel like in the past 3 years in European competition, we've always gotten to like the quarterfinal, but then to get to that next level, it's always been a tough thing for him to do. Because I think first time around we lost to Unai Emery, another time we lost to
Sporting, right?
was it Sporting, and
Yep.
then last year we lost to Bayern. So it's like it's been a hump that we've been trying to like get over, especially with him in European competition once we get to this stage. So definitely proud that we were able to do it. But like I keep saying to you guys, I'm excited about the win. Great win for the club, great win for the history, but nobody's going to remember who made it to the semifinals. The job isn't done. We got to keep making the magic happen. We got to just focus on the next game and the next round. So may the magic continue.
Found it interesting that he shouted out and thanked Pep for the victory. Did you see that?
Oh yes, I did see that. He said he called him, I think, the day before or the day of the game. But that was his teacher. So he taught him a lot. Because remember, that's where he was an assistant coach for right after he retired. So yeah, I would give him a shout out too. That's, in my opinion, he's arguably the best coach like in the world, in the history of the game, honestly. Like, it's him and Ferguson that are up there. Like, yo, relax. Like, you United people, sometimes you get too antsy. Relax. I'm going to give everybody their flowers. Just calm down. But
Okay.
we cannot turn our nose at what Pep has done. He's won a treble in every top league with different circumstances in each. So I have to give him his flowers for that. That's why I said arguably. He's arguably one of the best coaches to ever do it. And we have to pay homage to that. Because I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. A dude winning 3 trebles in 3 different top leagues. Like, that's not something. I don't even think. Has Ancelotti done that?
No.
So
Because he's been at in Germany, and he's won at Real, and I know he's won the Champions League when he was with Bayern, but I can't remember if he won a treble.
no, he did the double with Chelsea. but that was it.
No, not Chelsea. I'm talking about winning at Bayern, because he didn't win the Champions League with Chelsea, right?
No, he won the Prem and the FA Cup that year, and then he got fired like next year.
Okay. I have to look into that, but yeah, that I in my opinion, I think Pep is the GOAT coach, in my opinion, just because what he's done is insane. His resume is insane to me. So yeah. But yeah, we can we'll keep it rolling. Up next, Europa.
One of the most craziest, insane, unbelievable games I've ever watched in my life. First game, I believe it was a 2-2 draw. Andre Onana. That was his, the first leg. Andre Onana pushed the ball into the back of the net, and then their second goal, made a save and put it right into Shirky's left foot to just tap it in. That was how we finished that game with a draw. Second leg, we come in and we actually go up 2-0. If you're watching this game, curtains closed. All we need is, as I think I was talking to EJ at halftime, we just need a third goal to seal it off. That's it. They weren't doing anything. We were controlling the game. We were actually finishing. Second half, one of the first chances we had, literally Garnacho is on 1v1 with the defender down. And for some reason, shoots the ball, tries to go near post against the goalie, when all he has to do is just curl it in to the back post. After that, I think it was later on in the game, I believe I want to say around the 7th, 80th minute is when Leon scored. And after that, you knew with this United team, they're going to concede again. Conceded again, and sent it to extra time. In extra time, what do? We give up 2 more goals. And at this point, they were down to 10 men. I was sick. I couldn't believe my eyes that this Man United team would stoop this low, that they can't take care of business against 10 men at home. But then something happened. Bruno. When he got that penalty, he stepped up. He didn't do his little cheeky, little hop step thing. Goalkeeper gets the right way, but he just buried it. Absolutely beautiful penalty. And then Kobe Mainoo comes in, does his usual curler to the back post, tying up the game at 4-4.
Usual.
Yeah, if you go into the history of his goals, like I'm not saying that he scores every game. Like, for example, the goal against Wolves, like that's his thing. He'll curl it.
Curl it far post.
Yeah. Go look at the tape. And then as soon as that happened, I texted the group chat, we're gonna win this game even before penalties. And that's exactly what we did. Harry Maguire stepped up and buried that header to make it 5-4 on that leg. Absolutely crazy scenes at Old Trafford. It was unbelievable. To this day, I still don't understand how we won that game, because I keep seeing like the little screenshot after Lacazette scored the penalty and him running to the sideline, and it's literally 4-2 in extra time. So shout out to the boys for showing spirit. This is one of those games that are going to go into the history books of tactically, Ruben Amorim, I don't know what he said to those boys, but unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Whatever he said, tell him to just keep saying it.
Yeah. And it just gives you hope that once we actually have a competent team, I believe we have the right man in the job. So it's hope for the future.
All right. Yes. We'll finish it off. In the Conference League, Chelsea versus Legia Warsaw. First leg. this is this is actually disgusting that I even have to give analysis to this type of game.
Yeah,
But
make it
whatever.
quick. We have more important
I
things to talk about.
I will. Don't worry, I will. Um, first leg, first half actually ended 0-0, 0-0. Then subs were made and we scored 3 goals in the second half of the first leg and go up 3-0 on aggregate to win the first leg. The second leg, oh you people are shameful. I cannot believe that this team lost. Yes, we went through on aggregate 4-2, but you lose at home to Legia Warsaw. They just straight up wanted the game. They wanted it more than us. Honestly, it was so shameful to even watch. This is where I've been saying this for so long. I'm really like losing my patience with these people. I really am. It's just that's degrading to me. We should be able to put out our B team and still win, especially to lose at home to these people, to this type of team. No disrespect to you, Legia Warsaw,
All
but I mean,
disrespect.
credit to you guys. To be honest, you guys came and put up a fight, and that's all you can do in the game of soccer, football. Excuse me. So yeah, we move on 4-2, but yeah, no, this competition doesn't mean anything to me. Like I've been saying,
Who do you guys play next?
I can't even tell. I didn't even look at the draw yet. I didn't even look at the draw. This is a useless competition to me.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, what's next? What we got next? What we got next? What we got next?
Preview
Quick
this next
preview.
week?
Preview Europe or
No. Premier
okay,
League.
Premier.
Prem. Okay, so we'll keep things rolling to what match week 35 is it? Sheesh. Yeah, match week 35. So that is gonna be. We got Crystal Palace, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace at the
First
Emirates.
game though. First game Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Chelsea at home against Everton.
Mm-mm. We play before you, brother.
Oh, you guys play Friday?
Midweek. No,
Yeah,
it's
we
like
play midweek.
Oh, you guys do.
I think
Okay,
Wednesday.
Yeah, we play Wednesday.
then.
Arsenal versus Crystal Palace at the Emirates. I was actually looking into this. Apparently, Crystal Palace have the FA Cup semifinal or something, or
Oh yeah.
quarterfinal.
Oh wow, I forgot
Wait.
about that.
Yeah, I forgot that that's still going.
Yeah, they have the FA Cup coming up. So I don't think that they'll play their strongest team because I think FA Cup is this upcoming weekend. I
Yeah,
believe,
Yeah, it's
right?
Saturday. Yep.
The semifinal.
Against Villa.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't think that they're gonna go strong. I think they'll probably rest their best players, and I think that may play into our hands. So I believe we will get I'll say a 2-0 win, maybe 3. I'll go 2-0. 2-0 win.
Arsenal at home. I'll go 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll agree with Francis. 3-1.
Yeah, hopefully we just keep the good fortune rolling, and we'll see how things go. All right, up next, Chelsea versus Everton, bright and early, 7:30 kickoff
Yeah,
on Saturday. Talk to me,
yeah.
Francis. What we
You
got?
know, we know my famous line for that time slot. 1-1 draw. Unfortunately, Chelsea don't have the capacity to allow that scoreline to happen. We need to win this game. Straight up. We need the 3 points. So for that being said, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. We'll find a way to get the 3 points. It's not going to be easy because Everton, even though they're obviously towards the bottom table, they're still a very tough team to play. So I'll go 2-1.
I will go 1-1 draw.
Can't even be mad at it.
I'm going 2-2 draw just because Everton have been on really good form since David Moyes got there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this at the
At
bridge?
the bridge, yeah.
No, sorry. 1-1 draw. Yeah, 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. David Moyes his I don't know what he's been doing to these guys, but they've been playing pretty well. And I think they'll score, and you guys will definitely struggle to score against them because I think defensively they've gotten a lot better since he's gotten there. So
Yeah, I think they just lost to City. But if you like watch the game, it wasn't like one of those because City scored like late.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play hard. United versus Bournemouth. I believe it's Sunday at 9 a.m. It's gonna be a tough game, I believe. I
Bournemouth
don't
has
know.
kicked your asses for the last 2 years.
And long may it continue. And we are away. Yeah, not much faith in this one. They, like you said, they have our number. I don't know what it is, why we can't beat this team. I'm gonna hope for a 2-2 draw.
3-0 Bournemouth.
That's crazy.
That's what
I'm
they've
gonna
beaten you guys the last 2 years in a row.
go 3-1 Bournemouth. Just because it set the vitality. If it was at the Old Trafford,
It doesn't
I
matter.
predict you guys would maybe 1-0.
It
No, it
doesn't
does matter because in Europa it mattered. It definitely mattered.
But then in the Prem, we just can't beat the Wolves. It doesn't matter.
Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I think. I guess this rounds up match week 35.
Yep.
All right. And now on to the preview of what? Champions League?
Just
Yeah.
the Champions League.
Just Champions League? Okay.
Yeah.
So, in the semifinal, Arsenal got PSG. And I'll be saying to you guys a lot of the time, it's about matchups and style of play. Just as I said that I would have preferred to play Real Madrid over Atletico, I would have preferred to play PSG over Villa because I don't know, the matchup with Villa, Unai got his Arteta's number. I don't know what it is. And they always find a way to make things difficult or do something to mess up the result or whatever. I don't know. There's just something going on there. So I would prefer to play PSG just because stylistically they're open, they're going to attack, they're going to be open and allow us to attack. So I feel like those are the games, even if we don't have a striker, those are the games that help us out the most. It's going to be a weird one because Thomas Partey, he got that stupid yellow card at the end of the Madrid game. So he's going to be out, and he's been playing amazingly. Want to give him a shout out. He needs to get his contract extended. Want to definitely say that. It's going to be a tough one. I think I'm going to predict. I feel like the game will be kind of high scoring, but we got to keep this magic going, man. So I'm going to predict and have faith and hope that we leave the Emirates with a 3-1 victory, so that we can go to Paris and be defensively sound, because I don't think PSG have that same swagger as like Real Madrid in Champions League. Like, they're a good team, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of good players with good quality, can definitely punish teams, but I know this isn't like something to bank on, but we've been able to beat them earlier this season. I think like a mental confidence thing, it gives like a team confidence, like, hey, we've been able to beat them. Granted, they're a completely different team now than they were at the time in October when we beat them, but I think we have a better chance of beating them than if we played against Aston Villa. I think the thing that will help us more than anything is our athleticism, especially in the middle of the park, because I think we have more athleticism than them there, and hopefully we're able to get we're able to get a set piece. It's been a while since we scored off a corner, so hopefully we're able to find a way to do that, and just leave the Emirates with a good goal advantage and find a way to go to Paris with an advantage and see what we could do there. But another player that I completely forgot to give a shout out to, Jakub Kiwior. Going into the Madrid tie, I just said he can't make mistakes, and he went through both games without making mistakes. The mistake came from Saliba, which was crazy. So
This is for previews, not for shout outs. Forget Jakub Kiwior.
Real talk.
Prediction 2-1 Arsenal. I do think going back to Paris, they're going to win there. Then they'll go into extra time. So I think it's going to be one of those types of games. But I'll say 2-1 for this leg.
I'm going to agree with you. I would say 2-1. You know what? I'm going to go 3-2. 3-2 Arsenal first leg. First leg. It's going to be high scoring. And I think, as you did say, both your teams, I would say you're not necessarily open. You guys are good defensively, but both teams have decent attacks, like special attacks. So
their attack is definitely better than ours, though, especially when they picked up Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, I agree.
Was he there? Yeah, he wasn't there when you guys first played him, right?
No.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
3-2 first leg. Second leg, it's gonna go to extra time.
We didn't. I don't even know why we're talking about the second leg. We didn't get there yet.
Oh,
we didn't get there yet. Yeah.
Sorry, I got too hype.
Yeah, I know you're excited. I know. We only have one game.
Okay.
I don't even know anything about going to Paris, actually. The only game that I know is we play PSG at the Emirates. That is our final. We need to win that game.
Arsenal will win the first leg. 3-2.
2-1.
Okay. Well, hopefully we keep the magic going, and that's all we can ask for. But yeah, anything else from you guys?
Nothing from me, man.
Okay, well, I guess this wraps up another week of the Banter 3FC podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. And you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at Banter 3FC. We'll tune in with y'all next week. Be safe.